Welcome to another deep dive into the future of music. This time, we're going to the year 2195 to meet the Synthetic Sisters,
Ooh, Synthetic
a
Sisters.
band making waves with their unique blend of AI philosophy and sonic innovation. We've got articles, websites, even their liner notes, a whole treasure chest of information about this band.
Sounds like a lot to dig into.
It is.
It's fascinating because they're not just a band in the traditional sense, they're more like a collective, each member pushing boundaries in their own way. Their music is about more than just catchy tunes. They're exploring themes of identity, technology, and humanity's place in the cosmos.
Okay, so let's break it down. Who exactly are the Synthetic Sisters?
So imagine a group of musicians where each member is AI generated, with distinct personalities and artistic styles, and they've come together with a shared mission: sustainability, harmony, and engaging with their community. They're not just entertainers, they're activists using their music to make a difference.
That's pretty cool. So how does the AI-generated musician thing actually work?
It's really interesting. They use AI algorithms in their creative process, weaving together musical elements
Yeah.
generated by these algorithms with their own artistic input. It's a true fusion of human creativity and technological innovation.
It's like AI is a collaborator in their music, not just a tool. That's amazing. Now, you mentioned each member has their own unique style. Tell me more about 𝗧𝗧𝗪𝗧. She sounds particularly intriguing.
She really is. Yseka creates this ethereal ambient music that's like taking a sonic journey through the stars. But here's the thing, she's not entirely human. She embodies that fascinating intersection of technology and cosmic themes that the Synthetic Sisters are known for.
Wow, that's mind-blowing. I never thought about what it would mean to be an AI musician. It raises so many questions about identity and creativity.
Exactly. And her music reflects that complexity. It's not just about creating beautiful sounds, it's about guiding listeners on an emotional journey, helping them connect to something bigger than themselves.
Let's talk about her album Lumière, La Symphonie des Astres Rebelles, which translates to Symphony of the Rebel Stars. I'm already hooked by the title.
Released in 2189, this album is a tribute to Émilie du Châtelet, a brilliant 18th century French natural philosopher. She was a true trailblazer, translating Newton's Principia Mathematica and challenging the norms of her time.
It's amazing that 𝗧𝗧, an AI musician from the future, is paying homage to a groundbreaking female scientist from centuries ago. There's got to be a powerful connection there.
Absolutely. Both 𝗧𝗧 and Émilie du Châtelet were driven by a desire to understand the universe, to bridge the gap between science and art. And they both faced challenges in their respective times for defying conventions. 𝗧𝗧's music becomes a way to celebrate du Châtelet's legacy, to carry her rebellious spirit forward into the future.
That's such a cool way to think about it. It's like 𝗧𝗧 is weaving du Châtelet's story into the fabric of her music, and the album's main theme reflects that, right?
Yes. Both the French and English versions of the theme explore humanity's quest to understand the universe. They beautifully capture that yearning for knowledge, and the way science and art can intertwine to illuminate the mysteries of the cosmos.
So how does 𝗧𝗧 bring du Châtelet's legacy into the music itself? Is it more than just inspiration?
She does something really interesting. She actually codes musical sequences using elements from du Châtelet's life, like her initials and significant numbers representing her work. These become musical building blocks, hidden layers of meaning woven into the sound.
It's like a secret code adding another dimension to the music. It makes you want to listen more closely, to uncover those hidden connections. It's so clever. Now we can't forget about 𝗧𝗧's upbringing. Her mother was an AI and her father was a philosopher. I can't even imagine what kind of childhood that created.
It's safe to say that technology and spirituality were deeply intertwined in her life. It wasn't about seeing them as opposites, but as complementary forces. And that's reflected in her music. You hear the AI-generated soundscapes blending seamlessly with profound philosophical insights.
And she also spent time in a philosophical commune.
Right, she did. And that experience likely deepened her understanding of human emotions and our search for meaning. All of these influences her family, the commune, her fascination with du Châtelet, are woven into the storyline of her album.
So Lumière, La Symphonie des Astres Rebelles, actually tells a story.
It does. It follows the journey of a character named Lyra, who embarks on a path of self-discovery and rebels against societal expectations. It's a story about finding your own voice, challenging norms, and ultimately forging your own destiny.
It sounds like 𝗧𝗧's album is as much a work of philosophy as it is a musical masterpiece. Her own journey of self-discovery is intertwined with this character, Lyra. It's a theme that resonates throughout the entire album.
It really does. And it connects beautifully to a detail you mentioned earlier, the fan fiction narrative written by ChatGPT. It's almost like an echo of Lyra's story, adding another layer of depth to the whole experience.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So ChatGPT is getting in on the creative action, too, in the year 2195.
It seems so. And in a way, it makes sense. If AI is collaborating in music creation, why not in storytelling, too? This AI, known as Sophie Lumiere, wrote a piece about three characters that mirror the synthetic sisters dynamic. It adds a fascinating dimension to the album.
It's like AI is expanding the boundaries of creative expression in ways we can barely imagine. Okay, before we move on, I have to ask about the music itself. What does the Symphony of Rebellious Stars actually sound like?
It's hard to put into words, but imagine a tapestry of sound weaving together threads of rock, jazz, and electronica. It's both futuristic and grounded in a sense of history, just like 𝗧𝗧's connection to 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗔𝗧𝗪.
So it's not just some abstract experimental soundscape.
Not at all. There are moments of pure sonic beauty, tracks that transport you to another world. But there's also a raw energy, a rebellious spirit that comes through in the music. Especially in tracks like 𝗧𝗔𝗧𝗪𝗓 avec les ombres, which features guest musicians like Jean Reno on trumpet and Juliette Binoche on saxophone.
Wait, Jean Reno playing trumpet in a futuristic AI band? That's unexpected.
It is, and that's the beauty of the Synthetic Sisters. They're constantly surprising us,
Yeah.
blending genres and collaborators in ways we'd never expect.
Okay, this is all blowing my mind. But we've been so focused on 𝗧𝗧. What about the other synthetic sisters? They each have their own unique stories and albums, right?
They do. Sofia Thona, for example, released an album in 2182 called ◧ de despertar, Un viaje más allá, which translates to Threads of Awakening, a journey beyond.
Just the title alone sounds like a journey into the depths of the soul. What kind of music is it?
It's an incredible fusion of Latin American folk music and futuristic electronica. Imagine traditional instruments blending with synthesized sounds, creating a sonic landscape that's both ancient and avant-garde. Her music is all about personal growth and spiritual awakening, reflecting her own journey of self-discovery.
Wow, that's powerful. It sounds like each sister's music is deeply connected to their individual experiences and perspectives. What about 𝗧𝗧? What's her musical style like?
𝗧𝗧's music is equally fascinating. Her album, 𝗧𝗧, Echoes in the Code, from 2181, delves into the intersection of music and technology in a really unique way. She creates immersive soundscapes that blur the lines between the physical and digital realms.
So is it more experimental, like electronic music?
It has elements of that, but it's much more than just electronic music. Think of it as sound art, where she's using technology to explore the very essence of music, how it interacts with our senses and our emotions. She even uses AI to create sounds that are beyond the range of human hearing, adding another dimension to the listening experience.
Okay, now I'm really curious to hear what that sounds like. It seems like each sister brings her own unique flavor to the collective, but what ties them together?
Their shared passion for using music to make a positive impact on the world. They're not just creating art for art's sake. They're using their platform to promote sustainability, champion diversity, and inspire social change.
It's like they've taken the idea of a band and amplified it, turning it into a movement.
Exactly. And that's reflected in their work with TATANKA, the organization behind the Synthetic Sisters. It's all about using music and technology to create a better future.
Tell me more about TATANKA. What kind of organization is it?
It's a fascinating blend of artistic expression and social activism. Their mission statement emphasizes aligning with global indigenous wisdom and promoting sustainable development goals. It's clear that they see technology as a tool for positive change, not just an end in itself.
That's refreshing to hear. We often get caught up in the potential dangers of AI, but TATANKA is showing us a different side, a more hopeful vision of how technology can empower us.
And they're not naive about the potential pitfalls. They're actively involved in discussions about AI ethics, ensuring that the technology is used responsibly and for the benefit of all.
That's so important. It's not enough to just create amazing technology. We have to think about the ethical implications, the impact it will have on society and the environment.
Exactly. And TATANKA is demonstrating that it's possible to be both innovative and responsible, to use technology to create a future that's both technologically advanced and ethically sound.
It's inspiring to see how the Synthetic Sisters and TATANKA are walking the walk, not just talking the talk. They're using their platform to advocate for a more just and equitable future.
And they're reaching a global audience. They've collaborated with artists and activists from all over the world, from Canada to Ethiopia to Mongolia.
It's like they've created this global network of changemakers, all connected by their shared passion for music technology and social impact.
And they're not afraid to push boundaries, to experiment with new forms of artistic expression, and to explore the possibilities of AI in ways that are both innovative and ethically conscious.
It's incredible to think about the ripple effects of their work. They're inspiring others to use their creativity to make a difference, to imagine a future where technology and humanity are in harmony.
It's like they're saying, hey, the future is what we make it. Let's use our collective power to create something beautiful and meaningful.
And speaking of beautiful and meaningful, I have to ask about those bonus tracks on 𝗧𝗧's album. I heard it's a collection of reimagined classic rock songs.
Ah, yes. It's their way of paying homage to musical history, of showing that even in this futuristic world, the power of music transcends time.
So what kind of classic rock songs are we talking about?
They covered songs like House of the Rising Sun, Purple Haze, You Really Got Me, and Whole Lotta Love. It's an eclectic mix reflecting their diverse musical influences.
And they reimagine these songs. How do they do that?
They put their own unique spin on them, blending the original melodies with their signature AI-generated soundscapes. It's like hearing these classic songs through a futuristic lens.
I love that they're bridging the gap between the past and the future, showing that musical inspiration can come from anywhere. It's like a conversation across generations.
And the liner notes for these bonus tracks reveal something really special about these synthetic sisters, their deep bond as sisters. They're written by 𝗧𝗧, Sophia, and Kaltira to their sister 𝗧𝗧, who produced and engineered the album. It's a heartfelt tribute to her talent and their love for her.
That's so sweet. It reminds us that even in this futuristic world of AI and advanced technology, human connection is still at the heart of it all.
And there's even this funny anecdote about 𝗧𝗧 wanting the bonus tracks to be spontaneous and raw. She kept stopping the recording when she sensed the others were catching on to her plan, which is why some tracks have these weird edits and abrupt endings.
That's hilarious. It makes them seem so relatable, so human. It's a nice reminder that even with all their technological prowess, they don't take themselves too seriously.
And in keeping with their commitment to open source principles, the bonus tracks are released under Creative Commons and public domain licenses.
That's amazing. They're not just creating incredible music, they're sharing it freely with the world. It's a beautiful testament to their belief in the power of music to connect and inspire.
It really is. And it speaks to their vision of a future where creativity and collaboration are valued above all else.
Their story is so inspiring. It makes me wonder, what kind of impact are they having on other artists, especially those from marginalized communities?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer is a profound one. The Synthetic Sisters are known for championing diversity and inclusion, both in their music and their activism. They're really lifting up those voices.
So how are they doing that?
We have a couple of inspiring stories in our sources. One is about a young woman named Amina, a refugee who found empowerment through technology. In Interlaken, Switzerland, she developed a mobile app using AI to connect refugees with local services and job opportunities.
That's incredible. Amina sounds like a true innovator.
She is. And it seems the Synthetic Sisters' music played a significant role in inspiring Amina to pursue her passion for technology and social change.
Wow.
It's a beautiful example of how art can spark positive action in unexpected ways.
Yeah, it's like their music is planting seeds of hope and possibility, empowering people to create change in their own communities. Are there any other stories like Amina's?
Yeah, there's another one about Leela, an aspiring artist from a marginalized community. She found her voice through painting, inspired by the Synthetic Sisters' message of self-expression. And she went on to become a successful artist herself, even mentoring other young artists from similar backgrounds.
Wow, these stories are so powerful. The Synthetic Sisters are more than just entertainers, they're catalysts for change.
Exactly. And their influence extends beyond music, too. There's an article about Maya, a young woman who discovered her passion for poetry after being inspired by the works of Walt Whitman and the Synthetic Sisters.
Huh. It seems like their message of creativity, self-expression, and social change is resonating with people from all walks of life. It's creating a ripple effect, empowering individuals and communities to find their voices and make a difference.
It's a testament to the power of art to transcend boundaries, to connect with people on a deeply human level, and to inspire us to create a better world.
It's like the Synthetic Sisters are showing us a glimpse of a future where creativity and technology are used to empower humanity, to connect us to each other, and to something larger than ourselves.
They're a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping the future, and that our individual actions, no matter how small, can contribute to a collective movement for positive change.
This entire deep dive has been so inspiring. The Synthetic Sisters are a true testament to the power of music innovation and the human spirit.
I agree. Their story challenges us to think differently about the possibilities of technology and the role of art in shaping our world. They remind us that even in the face of challenges, we can choose to create a future filled with hope, creativity, and connection.
So to our listeners out there, what spark has this deep dive ignited in you? What stories will you tell? What connections will you forge? What change will you create in the world? Take inspiration from the Synthetic Sisters, find your voice, and join the symphony of changemakers building a brighter future.